I've just been sitting here working on my little Edinburgh castle there, and I'm probably going to work on improving this page a little bit because it's quite hard to tell and see what's on there. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more of my Edinburgh travels in this sketchbook, and then I think I just want to kind of have a little play, just do something completely different, because I've been drawing from like reference images that I took whilst I was in Edinburgh. But yeah, I just kind of want to move on to drawing some summery things now. Yeah, I haven't had much time because this week has been crazy. I've done loads of stuff at work and I've got my own art class this week, so I just haven't found any time to do any drawing, let alone film. So it's been a really busy March already, plus it's Mother's Day and it was my husband's birthday, so a lot's been going on, and I've got to take the car in today. So much stuff. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to just work on that a little bit before I take the car in to possibly have a very expensive clutch removal or whatever they're going to do. So whilst this is playing, I thought I'd talk about a couple of topics, just to kind of fill this space in between as I'm painting and drawing. So one thing I thought I could talk about is my job, and if you haven't been here before, I am an art technician in a school, which funnily enough, when I was younger, was my dream job. I thought, oh my god, I would so love to be an art technician, mainly because I had art technicians at my school that really inspired me, or rather more at college and university, and I thought, what a lovely place to be and spend all of your time in like an art environment, just making things, helping other people make things. I thought that would be amazing. Then I realised the pay. It is a great job and there's so many perks. It is not a well-paid job, so if you are interested in becoming an art technician, just bear that in mind. But it is in an environment that I really love, and I also really love my team. It's taken me a while to get here though, like I haven't always had art careers. And, you know, I went to an advisor after university because I was really lost, honestly. I thought, I've got all this training and, you know, I've got all these things in my head that are really specific and niche and helpful only to other artists, really. And I thought, well, what do I do with that? So, you know, initially I thought about going on to become it's what's called a foundation diploma teacher. Because I did one of those before university and I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed trying out all the different mediums and types of art, but turns out you need quite a lot of extra education for that, and I wasn't prepared to do another 3 or so years of expensive art tuition. So instead, to supplement my current income, I do art classes. So basically I'm kind of a full-time artist, and when I say full-time, I mean full-time. It literally fills all of my free time, and I give up a lot in order to do it, but I enjoy it. So it's one of those things, you have to be careful, obviously, because of burnout, and I do get burnt out quite a lot, but luckily the cure to my burnout is often something quite relaxing, such as art making, such as getting back to, you know, drawing in my sketchbook, or even crochet. Crochet has been really a game changer for me because it's such a different form of making that I find it really helpful and relaxing. And I feel so satisfied when I've like made something and it's really cute and, you know, it's come out of my head. So yeah, so my job is art technician, my extra job is art teacher, and my extra job is selling my art on stalls, and I do have a website as well, which I will show you at the end of this video. Do let me know if you have any questions about my career or any of the kind of extracurricular art things that I do. I am happy to talk about it, and I would like some interaction as well. I think it would be great to start conversations. Maybe it can help some people who are just starting, because I've been doing this for years and it's had real ups and downs, so I've got a little bit of experience that I feel I could lend to you. So let's get into this paper making biz, or rather zine making. Zine or zine, I'm not sure how you say it. I started making these at work because I thought it'd be fun, a fun activity for the kids at my art club. So we started to make like little magazines, and I did it as like an enrichment activity. So kids would come in, you know, with their parents, and I'd teach them to do something together. And it was really fun. Like, you can make a zine about whatever. And I just suddenly had this idea: what if I just make an art piece, but that you can fold up into a little zine? And it's really inspired me to do lots of other folded art. So basically this is a very simple zine. You start off by folding it in half, and then again, and then again. So you have an A3 piece of paper to begin with, and you end up with an A5 piece of paper, I think. Yes, I think, or A6. Anyway, you end up with a smaller piece of paper, and then you open it out and cut a slither in the middle. And then, this is a really bad explanation, but you can look up a tutorial. Basically, when you push it together, it makes a little booklet. Yeah, look up a tutorial. This is a terrible explanation, but you, yeah, it's really worked out. I really enjoyed making this piece. I like this. I like how it's coming along. By the way, these watercolours are great. I really like them a lot. They're very pigmented, easy to mix, super smooth. They go on sometimes as well as, you know, an acrylic gouache or just a gouache. I got them on Amazon. They are this brand. I have no clue. If I find out, I'll write it on the screen. But yeah, I think they get really nice, rich pigments. Some of them have a slightly shiny quality to them, which I don't hate. I actually really like when I move it around, it's like shiny. Hello. Oh, goodbye. Today I sort out this mess, starting with a hoover and a rearrange of everything. Look at how cute my studio is looking now that I've given it a little reorganise. It might not look tidy to some people's standards, but this is definitely tidy for me. And I've actually got space on my desk to work, so you can see I've been working on this. It'll be finished hopefully today. I've got a little mess down here, but that's stuff I'm working on, as do I have here, and my trolley. And then I've got some work that are going to be submissions for Artwave this year. Yes. I was going to show you the finished product. This, which is my little flower, no, not really flower, but leafy zine. So here it is, all finished. I'm pretty happy with it. I like it as a piece like this, but also obviously it can be folded into book form. So you can have like each page kind of flowing into the next like that. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. I like how it can kind of be transformed, which I think is going to be a little bit my theme for Artwave this year, because I started to paint on these little, what would you call them, like netting, like insert things, basically packaging, so that it protects the corners of things, and I like how you can fold that into something else. I'm also going to do a Victorian puzzle purse. But yeah, so I'm really pleased how this came out. This is all I've done basically this month, plus some crochet, because it's been a super busy month. So all I've done really is this, some crochet, and had a little tidy up. And now that we're in the Easter half term, I've been able to sit down and actually finish some things, make some nice artwork. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. So very quickly, I'm going to show you what I have crocheted kind of this month and last month. So for stalls, going forward, I want to have a blind box of frogs. So what that entails is a box, and you don't know what kind of frog you're going to get in it, and I've just been doing some prototypes of various little frogs that could come in it. So we have here the mushroom frog. So here I just want to say that the pattern that I used for the basic frog shape is from at tinyfish.crochets, and it's in US terminology, which to me doesn't mean anything, because I actually don't understand the difference between UK and US. I will find out someday. I just need to, you know, make that clear. So basically the actual frog pattern, like the basic frog, is tinyfish.crochets. However, any variation I've done, I've just kind of ad-libbed myself, but I won't be putting out a pattern or anything. As I say later, I'm not a pattern writer. I don't really understand how to write patterns, and I'm not trying to sell the pattern or anything, but the creator did say that I can sell the finished products. So thank you to them for sharing this free pattern, because it is adorable and very cute, and I'm glad it exists. It's definitely helped me with my crochet journey. One of my personal faves, self-explanatory. This took me quite a long time to make though, so I don't know if this is going to be the end result. And then we have this one, which I think needs work. This is the cookie dough frog. Okay, I think the chocolate chips stick out a little bit too much on him, so I will have a think about that. We've got the wizard frog, which I think is going to be very popular, with his little starry cape. It took me a long time to work out the hat though, so that might not be the end result for the hat. Also, this sticks out quite a bit. I might have to sew it, like attach it. Not sure yet. We have apple frog, which I am also going to redo this part, I think. but I like his colourings, and yeah, he's very cute. Then we've got Strawberry Froggy, cute little stem there. And finally, what else we got? We've got the Pumpkin Frog, which is very cute. And yeah, but yeah, I'm not like a pattern maker. I mean, I can make patterns in my head and I can carry them out as like these little creations, but to write it down, like, I'm completely self-taught, okay? I don't really know much about crochet, but I like to make silly little things and I like to sell them, and I like the idea that they're going to someone's home and they're sitting on someone's shelf. So anyway, that's the crochet I've been up to. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog-ish, mostly me doing that painting of that piece, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one in April. We're doing good so far, 3 months in. See you later, bye! I just want to say as well that I have a website and I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a little visit. So I've had a website for like 2 years, but I haven't had anyone go to it yet because nobody knows about it. That's my bad, because I'm not very good at sharing things online. I'm trying to get better, but as you know, I'm a busy lady. So here it is, it's artsymary.com, and I sell things and I also run art classes if you're local. So yeah, give it a little looky. Thanks for watching. Bye!